Ladies, good afternoon. Good afternoon. You know what day it is? It is Friday. That is the day you get to spend some time with Lady P. Listen, today is March 1st. You know what it is? It's all about spring. It's all about Easter. It's all about floral stuff. It's all about us just being cute with ourselves. We're going all pink. We're going all light blue. You know what we do? We're just feminine like that. So, anywho, good afternoon, ladies. Good afternoon. I will let you know I'm super excited about our guest today. Yes, she is. Listen, she's my cup of tea. Yes, she is. So grab a girlfriend. Let them know that we are on. It's Royalty Talk Friday. We are going to have fun in the Royal Courts. Yes, grab your girlfriend. Meet me in the Royal Courts with your cup of tea, your lunch, because it's 12 o'clock. And let us sit and chat today. So, as busy moms, finding the time to take care of ourselves can often feel like an impossible task. Baby girl, after you have the first child, you're trying to figure it out. The second child, it's a wrap. But anyway, between juggling work, kids, household chores, everything in between, the husband, the self-care, looking cute, trying to pull, tuck and pull and lift, everything goes wayward sometimes. But it's important to remember that taking care of ourselves it's not a selfish thing. And sometimes people make us feel like as if it is a selfish act. It is not a selfish act. So in today's podcast, my guest and I, we will be chatting on the topic, glowing grace. And I love the topic, glowing grace. This is where it's about transforming beauty, hair, aesthetics, for that busy mom. And then we're talking about myself, we're talking about you, we're talking about all them, okay? This is an opportunity to learn how you can transform your beauty routine, your hair, your aesthetics, how you look, feel, the best way you could show up for yourself on a short time frame. All right. So invite a girlfriend and let her know that we're in a Royal Courts. And I will see you right here in a few minutes.
Get ready for the Royalty Talk Show with host Portia Basham, the podcast designed for women who are looking to be inspired, motivated, and encouraged. Whether you're just starting out in your career or raising a family, the Royalty Talk Show has something for you. This is your opportunity for empowerment and affirmation. Get blessed with amazing stories from women of all walks of life who want to share their truths and victories and impact the lives of women everywhere. This is your cordial invitation to join us as we sip tea, chat, and empower each other on the Royalty Talk Show and podcast with your host, Portia Basham.
Welcome to the Royalty Talk Show. This is where we teach, empower, and give you the affirmations to build you into who God has called you to be. This platform is all about the things encompassing us as women. This is where we talk about our family, our friendship, our faith, our finances, the fulfillment of life. So go ahead and spread the broadcast. Invite, tag, share, let everybody know that we are in the Royal Courts. Now, for those who are new to the Royal Courts and those who are new, who have been visiting us all the time, let me introduce myself. I am the host of the best podcast in the world. Yes, I said it, I claim it, I know it. It is so, and so it is. I am the host, Dr. Portia Basham. I am your brand and business strategist. I am your professor at the Purpose Women's Academy, your 5-time best-selling author. I am a Forbes Business Council speaker, international speaker, but I love to say that I am the founder of She Ministries. And She Ministries is an online community for the leading ladies as yourself, leading ladies of society. This is where we come together and we find that safe haven where we spend time learning how to deal with our secret struggles. We all go through things in our lifetime, and we always believe we're the only ones going through it. But when we sit down and we chat with one another in the Royal Courts, we realize that if you survive it, I could survive it if you just share how you went through the problems you're going through. Amen. So our talk today is with my special guest. Listen, I love me some Ola Goldsmith, okay? I love her accent. If you think I have an accent, a lot of people say I have an accent. I keep saying I don't have an accent. Wait till we talk with Miss Ola. Miss Ola has a beautiful accent, okay? She is Okay, let me make sure I don't mess it up. She is CPD. Don't worry, she'll be explaining that to us. Certified business coach and mentor for hair, beauty, and aesthetic businesses. And I am super excited to have her because we get to pick her brains and to let her tell us how we could get ourselves all put together, okay, as busy moms, as business entrepreneurs, how we could all put ourselves together to be, looking as fine as she does. So we're going to bring her up in a few minutes after these messages.
She's been watching, wondering, waiting for the sands of time to give way to a tide of change, when her seas can provide safe harbor to all who reach her shores, and her earthly embrace can soothe your soul. Let her sense of adventure set you free, and her everlasting stars twinkle in your honeymoon skies. She is Saint Lucia. Let her inspire you.
Miss Ola, welcome to the Royalty Talk. Listen, the Royal Courts, because this is where we chat and we mingle and we make things happen. So tell us a little about yourself and your fun fact. We are all A's.
So I am Ola Goldsmith. I'm about to turn 37.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to. Well, okay, yeah, I'm going to take that. Life is just beginning. I have been in the hair extension industry for around about 11 years. And throughout my career, I've done a lot of coaching and mentoring. Until recently, last year, I went full-time into coaching and mentoring. And fun fact about me is I've been on a TV show with Paris Hilton, British best friend.
Yes.
Which was a really cool time when she came to London to find a British best friend, and asked me why.
Well, tell us. Let's just dig into that a little bit. Tell us your experience on that show, because I think that would just be like starstruck. So tell us.
I mean, it was really eye-opening. It was how the other half lived. We lived in a big mansion in London. Mm-hmm. We went to like daily appointments with her. We went clubbing. We went shopping. We brought our friends and family on the show. We all lived together for a period of time. I actually met my actual best friend on there, so I didn't become best friends with Paris. All the other contestants actually is my best friend now, and I was bridesmaid at her wedding, and she was bridesmaid at my wedding, and we're like the bestest friends in the world. We met on that show, which is crazy.
I love it. And no, you know what? I will ask, because when we do events like that, or we take part in programs like that, I think our main thing is to learn something from it. Tell us what was your three main takeaways from it.
I'd say like my number one takeaway is just don't take life too seriously. Like, enjoy the moment. Like, yes. I wasn't taking the show that seriously. Like, oh my God, I'm going to win. I was like, I'm blessed to be in this position. Enjoy the moment. Like, say yes to more things like this, because I nearly didn't go on it. I'd say my second takeaway, I think be open-minded.
Yes.
Open-minded, like there was things that I thought, like they cut my hair. And I remember I had this really long hair and they wanted to make it a big makeover. And my hair was down here and I was like, I'm going to hate it. But actually in the end, I loved it and I kept it for quite a while. And obviously now I'm back short again. So had I tried that and not been open-minded, I think it's good to be open-minded. I don't know. My third takeaway is
cherish the moments.
Yeah, cherish the moment. Back yourself. Like literally, everything's going to work out in your favor.
Yes. I listen. I love everything about your takeaways for that program, because there are times in life we see big opportunities come to us. And number one, we get scared because we're like, oh, I don't deserve to do it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what would other people think? That kind of way. But for you, when a door is open for you, especially a door that nobody expects you to walk through, listen, baby, go walk through it, your shoulders squared off and enjoy, like you said, every single moment of it. I love it.
Yeah, and it's new. So no one's done it before. It was a new program, so I couldn't do my research and say, "Oh, what do you think of this show?" It was a brand new show, so I had to just hope.
But do you know when they talk about that show, Ola? That is something I learned when I did a pageant in I think 2003. One of the things I always say is, do you know when they're going to talk about that show, they cannot help but to mention your name in there because you took a step forward to be present in that moment. They cannot write the story of the show without you, baby. They can't.
No.
You listen, you are grandfathered in. You are grandfathered in. So our topic today is right up your alley. I love our topic. It is about, how can you transform your beauty routine, your hair, your aesthetics to help you look and feel your best, even when you are on a short time frame. And I think that is right up your alley. So let's jump into it. When you saw the topic is glowing gracefully and transforming beauty, hair, and aesthetics for the busy mom. What crossed your mind?
Mine is that actually this year I've been literally overdoing it with the self-care. I used to think that I didn't have time, but now I just multitask. Yes. I literally multitask. I turn my work into self-care now. So I'm like, if I need a pedicure, I take the laptop. This is a luxury. Half the time I'm taking pictures of me with the laptop. I'm not actually doing any work. But the fact that in my head I think that I'm working enables me to go there. I have the intention. I think I'm going to do a bit of work there. So it makes me push myself to go. And then when I'm there, I'm like, I deserve this. Turn off the light. So I think just whatever gets you there, just do it.
I think that I deserve this. Yes. You know what? I'm going to say to my husband, I'm going to get a massage this weekend because I deserve it. Yes, I love it. So give us a few, how do you call that? Ideas or suggestions. Let's say for self-care. Let's start off with that. And then, no, you know what? Before we go into that, let me pull it aside. What inspired you to focus on beauty, hair, and aesthetics? Let's start off there.
I think because my passion lies within that. It's something that I've done. I've had salons, and I've been in that industry a long time. I think I grew a brand in that industry. So people like already knew me. I felt comfortable there. I performed my best there. I'm actually thinking next year I'm going to go bigger just to take myself out of my comfort zone. So rather than doing hair, beauty, and aesthetics, I'll probably go all service-based businesses. I think I started where I was comfortable and felt at home.
Yes, and you know what? Because you carry everything so well, I think that is a good industry for you. Because number one, you're already selling it. Everybody goes, "Oh, I like you know, I like your hair, I like your makeup." You're already in that industry. You're already a walking billboard for your business. All right there. Okay, so next, I want you to tell us. Can you share some quick, effective beauty and hair routines for the busy mom?
So I think like things like looking after your hair, think about nighttime treatments, things that you can just leave on when you go to bed. I literally love things that you can leave on and then multitask. You know, like things like face masks, hair treatments, things that don't stop you in your tracks, but you still feel refreshed after you've used them. So I think things that like you can whack on and then carry on, like make the dinner with your face mask on or go to bed with your hair mask in. So I always think like leave-in treatments are really good.
Now, funny enough, my next question was right there within that. My next question was, what are your favorite multitasking beauty products for the mom on the go? So funny, you
Well, I'm going back to pedicures. I am literally a sucker for a pedicure because your hands are free. So technically you can still like make the quick call to the school and you can still like arrange that appointment. You can still do but you're having a pamper at the same time. And if you finish early doing your little tasks, you can enjoy the rest of the pamper. A little bit of motivation, like, right, I'm going to have an hour's pedicure. If I finish these tasks in 30 minutes, I'm going to enjoy the next 30 minutes.
Yes,
you're multitasking, but you're it kind of motivates me to get it done because I'm like, oh my God, when I've got this done, I can just enjoy the pedicure. So it's like a little like challenge.
Yes, I'm going to think of that the next time. Do you know what I do when I go and have a pedicure? You know what? I'm going to tell on myself. Do you know what I do? Sugar, I take my phone out. I go to YouTube and I look for a movie. And all the time I'm sitting there, I'm watching a full movie going on.
Yeah,
But
that's a good
you
idea.
know what? Now that you say that, I think I'm going to get into more of a business, aspect of it where I could make my calls whilst I'm doing my pedicure, or, what they call that, put your notes for what you want to see accomplished for the next day. I like that idea.
I feel like I do them more often. If I say in my head, oh, well, you're going to get work done as well, then I feel like I have them more often because I don't feel like, oh, okay, I'm taking time off to go and
yes,
me again. So I tend to have more of them because in my head I'm like, well, I'm still doing work.
Write it off as work done for the day. I love it. So my next question for you, and I think that you would just love it, is how can transforming one's appearance positively impact a mom's confidence and well-being?
Well, I think for me personally, if I look good, I feel good. I don't like it when I look in the mirror and I see stuff that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that in your head as well, we've all got different hang-ups. Everybody will say, oh, you're a natural beauty, or you're this and you're that, but it's how you see yourself that matters the most. It's not the opinions of others that make you feel good. It's actually the opinion of yourself, because somebody could give you a compliment on something that you hate. It's still not going to make you feel good. So I think the opinion of yourself is the most important. Don't listen to other people. If something is going to make you feel good, we're only here once, we deserve to feel good. So if you want to get a little bit of Botox or a little bit of filler, that's up to you. And, if you want to wear a full face of makeup on the school run, wear a full face of makeup on the school run, because how you feel will affect your mood for the rest of the day.
Yes.
Like when I go on the school run, if I haven't got makeup on, which I sometimes don't have, I tend to put my hood up or I'll put a hat on and put my head down. And then I think I would rather just be like, hey, here I am to drop off the kids. So I think sometimes I just do it to pick my mood up. I just want to feel good about myself.
Yes. Now, funny you should say so. I remember dropping the boys off, because my boys are now 15 and 13. When they were younger, like 8 and 5, they're about. One day, a mom stopped me and she said, "How come you always put together dropping the kids off?" Because I want to make sure when I walk out my house, my brain knows that I am on a task, which is to drop kids, go do this, go do that. If I show up in pajamas, nothing's going to happen for the day. I said, why would I want to leave my house in pajamas, though?
Oh my God, we have one school mum that's always in her pajamas. I'm like, she looks so comfy, but I just couldn't do it. Not in the game.
I can't. See me, and I think it's also the way we were raised too. We are raised to always show up at our best. It may not be a full put on makeup, but then dress appropriately. Your mom, your aunt would say something happens to you down the street, you want to make sure that you are properly clothed. Come on. So we don't just pick up and walk out of the house. No, I can't. I wake up, I make sure I do what I have to do. When I'm walking out of the house, at least I am put together. Baby, I may not have a full flesh of makeup, but between the eyebrows and the lashes,
I look awake.
Yeah, you could see me put together. Okay, I love it. The next topic I have for you is, how can moms stay stylish, on trend, without sacrificing too much of their time?
I think it's keeping it simple. I think when I shop, I know what's already in my wardrobe. So you won't see me buying a top if I know I don't have anything to go with it. I shop based on my wardrobe, and I shop based on that top will go with loads of bottoms that I've got. That bottom will go with loads of tops that I got. So when I go into the wardrobe in the morning, I can grab things quite easily, or it's a dress that will go with tights. I make sure that I wouldn't buy a dress that I don't have shoes to grab and go. So I think like when I shop, I think about what I already have and I think about what's going to be. And I think about what is going to be. I don't want to be thinking, oh my God, I found a top, but I can't find a bottom. And then I've got no shoes. And then which coat am I going to wear? I think like keep it simple. Worst case scenario, dress and tights. Because you didn't have to go with anything. You didn't have to match.
Yes.
Dress,
Yes.
tights, even a belt.
I like that. Dress tights. Now, you know, I'm not a tights person. I'm not, oh my gosh. I'm not a tights person at all. I'm very
cold.
I'm very cold. Number one, I'm conscious of, you know, my hips and everything showing with my tights. And then I don't like to see long, you know, like long dresses over the. I think it's just a personal thing for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a personal.
I wear a lot of minis, so I wear a lot of minis. I feel like I always have to have my like. Like my favorite look is miniskirt, winter tights over the knee boots.
Yes. Now you see, in South Florida, my go-to is always a sundress. Long sundress.
That's my go-to. I wish I lived in Florida.
Long sundress is the go-to. Long sundress, jeans jacket. Long sundress, jeans jacket. That's the go-to for me.
It's a good look though. It's simple. It's not overdoing it, but it's always going to look on point.
Yes, and you know the other thing too, when we were younger, and I don't know if they do it where you are, but when we were younger, when we were getting dressed for school on the Sunday or the Saturday you wash all the uniforms, the Sunday you iron all the uniforms, you know, and then you know Monday you know what to wear, and you know that kind of thing. So when you go to work, you kind of have the same routine. So now I have figured out, instead of on a morning, I'm trying to find stuff to wear. Sometimes on a Sunday, I say, okay, I'm going to put these for the week. So it's just a matter of getting and going and pull this.
Oh, you know, my God, I'm not that organized.
Oh, pull that and pull. You know, I even bought you know how you go in the store and you're going to go try dresses on. They put a rack outside of the dressing room for you, and they hang all your clothes on there. So I went and I got me one of those lovely, you know, gold racks and put it outside the closet and say, okay, we're gonna hang on here.
You like your own stylist. You like your own stylist.
Hang on there. What's going on?
I arrange them in the wardrobe in the week, but I just don't think I'm organized enough.
Yeah, I listen. I started off with the same with order of height and order of color and order of. Oh yeah. It doesn't now. It starts that way. It doesn't normally last that way. But at least there's some organization.
Yeah, the thought is there. The process is there.
Organization to it. But in my mind, if I do it that way, then I don't feel like as if everything is helter-skelter. There is some form of you get up, you know, there's a routine. You get up, you do this, you do that, you go here, you pull this, you put this together. There's a routine to it. And then when you're going to clean up, you kind of know where everything is. You take all the makeup up and you pull the drawer, you put all the makeup back.
I don't know where nothing is. I don't know where nothing is. I'm always looking for. I find it, but I'm always looking.
I like to see it, you know, because it makes it easy for me. It really does. And I try to get the boys into the same routine. I try to get them into the same routine, but it just for me, it just makes it easier. It makes it, I know where everything is. You pull the drawer and you put everything back the same way it's supposed to be. And anyway, so next question for you, because I know we have a lot to ask. How can mom's beauty routine be integrated with wellness practices for that holistic approach?
Oh, this is a good question. I don't know. I would be interested to hear what other people do. This is a subject that I'm not like massively knowledgeable in. I would want this is a question that I could ask you to help me. Help me out.
Mom's beauty routine to integrate with their wellness practices. Okay, so number one, if the person, I would think, if the person is very health conscious, and when I say health conscious in terms of eating and stuff, so like my best girlfriend who is vegan, everything is vegan for her in terms of eating. Sometimes she comes and she says, "Oh, I got makeup, whatever, like the facial cream or whatever, but it is a vegan product. So it's like they went. She's making sure whatever that goes on the skin is
What
as
goes on goes in. Exactly. You know
yes.
what I've heard? There are some like face creams that are so natural that you could actually eat them. They're not recommended to, but when I went to a yoga place in Dubai, and it overlooks the Palm. And actually, we did yoga, and then it came with breakfast. It was like 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And then we had a really healthy breakfast. So I wonder if there's places like that. I mean, if there was somewhere like that near me, I would definitely go.
Yes.
I don't live in that much of a tropical place, but I think like places that do like things like that, like yoga, where you then have your breakfast and you have your freshly squeezed juice. I would look at that like once a week, but I unfortunately don't have anything.
And you know, and the next thing is I'm all in for eating healthy. I'm all in for, you know, wellness practices. I'm not as disciplined in that arena. Yeah. That's the way I should put it. I'm not disciplined.
Vitamins. So I take supplements because I know, because I'm so busy, there's so many things that I need for good brain function.
Yes.
Get from my foods. So rather than panicking and thinking, oh my God, I now literally take different supplements. So like if I start to get a cold, I will take zinc. If I'm not sleeping well, I will take main. So I just try and just supplement things, and then I do my best. I don't like pressure myself. Like if I feel like, oh my God, I've had a few days where I'm just eating rubbish, then I'm conscious of it and I'll pick it back up. But yeah, I'm not overly, I think the main thing is that you're getting that goodness in you. So if you can't do it within your lifestyle, like me, I then take supplements. I'm not a good cook. It's so sad. I'm just not a good cook. It's just not one of my talents. You can't be good at everything.
You can't be good at everything. I did, because I did hospitality management, I had to be in the kitchen. I had to learn all the cooking shenanigans. However, I don't enjoy it. I do not enjoy cooking. Now, when my husband and I were dating, he's, you know, just nonchalantly asked me, do you enjoy cooking? I said, baby, don't marry me for my cooking abilities. He said, oh, that's okay. I cook, you eat. And I said, we shook hands on that. And to this day, my husband cooks. I love him too.
My husband
cooks.
He cooks. Cooking. Yeah, he does the cooking.
He does the cooking, I do the eating, and we're good.
Yeah. And then he gets to have the first choice as well, so he's happy as well.
Yes. Now, no, husbands goes and he goes, I'm cooking today, da 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 da. I'm like, hey, go ahead. I'm not even fighting the scenario. You go ahead. But I will tell you my one of my routines I do in terms of relaxing and de-stressing. And I think I've said that to the ladies a lot, is I make sure, number one, I have lemongrass in the diffuser. I love lemongrass throughout the house. I think, yes, lemongrass. And then I put on a nice instrumental, relaxing music. So no matter how you walk through my house, you're going to get that music playing. You're going to be smelling that lemongrass. And for me, that's a way of just having a quiet how do you call that? Distressed, but you know, I still get to be in the office and do stuff, but you don't have that anxiety or that rowdy atmosphere. You just have a nice quiet atmosphere, like a spa. I love to enter a spa and hear that.
I was going to say, it sounds like a spa. I always wonder, how do they get that smell in the spa? You cannot like get that spa smell at home. I always look at the names of the diffusers and all the things. I'm like, it must be just a spa thing.
No, and that was the thing. When I went to, there was a particular spa back home in St. Lucia that I loved, and they always burned lemongrass. So I bought all their lemongrass, and I put a diffuser. Let me tell you how many diffusers the house have. 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna get one.
They have about I have about 6 diffusers throughout the house, so the smell just
continuous.
Oh yes, And imagine that with a
You get
lovely
one.
cup of tea, baby. Oh yeah, it's a wrap. I love it. But that is my idea of a nice de-stressing routine,
Yeah.
you know, just to relax.
I mean,
and
I've
to,
still got kids running around, so they would ruin that routine a little bit. I would come into the house like, oh, Lauren, she hit me.
how old are those babies?
5 and 6, so it's not as harmonious in my house because we are fighting over the color of a pencil still.
Oh yeah, baby. And then well, for me, I make sure the dogs get it together, the boys get it together. Listen, because mommy's about the life of relaxing her brain, okay? So it's just nice and quiet. But try it. It's a start.
I'll try. Even maybe
Yes.
when they're at school, I can just have that, let me have an hour where I drop them. I've started actually, when I drop them off now, instead of going straight to work, because it's so hectic in the morning, I drop them off, I come home for half an hour, let the traffic go, let my mind relax, and then I go to work. Oh my God. It's a top tip. If you can go after, if you've got small children and you're like have hectic mornings, go back home and start your morning again.
Yes.
I have half an hour quiet, and then I go back out again as if I'm just starting.
That's it. Yes, I'm telling you, it's just a matter of regrouping and realize, okay, this task is done. Now let me get into the mindset of getting into office and go and getting my task done. So we have 2 more questions and we're going to wrap it up. Many moms feel guilty taking time for themselves. How do you address self-care guilt in the context of a beauty routine?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's going to be, as mums, we care so much about our kids and we love them so much. So we're all going to have that in the back of our heads. But I always think to myself, if I give myself that self-care and I relax my mind, I am a better mum because my focus is then I'm not feeling stressed. I'm not feeling like, oh my God, if you've ever had that feeling where you're like, just give me a break.
Yes.
Break, and then you're going to be more present when you are with them. So I always think I am a better mum and I am a better person when I look after myself. Like when you feel good and you're taking care of yourself, you can be a better mum when you're with them. It's almost like you need it to be at peace and be the best that you can be. So like, I feel like you get it, but then I think, well, actually, afterwards, I'm going to be in such a good mood. I'm not going to be like resenting them for like driving me crazy all day. I know that I need it now as well. So I think the more you start doing it, the more you realize, oh my God, I needed this. It's not I want this. It's a case of I needed this. This is non-negotiable anymore.
I like that, non-negotiable.
Yeah. 2024, I started doing it. It's now become a habit and now feel less and less guilty. I now, when I'm going to go on my self-care, when I used to like go away for like one night without the kids or whatever, I'd be like closing the door like, oh God, now I'm like, bye, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm running and I'm like being grateful that I have time to be me because I'm not just a mom, I'm still my own person.
Yes.
And now I try to be grateful for that time as well.
Yeah. And I think the other thing too is, and that comes down into our last question where I ask, what are some of the cost-effective ways busy moms can maintain their beauty aesthetic kind of routine? For me, yes, go ahead.
No, go.
For me, I think making sure that you put that routine into play in terms of your family. I think once everybody understands how things are done, it makes it easy for you to take time away because they know they need to go to the bed at this time, get up, do this, do that. But when you leave and you know your house is helter-skelter, nobody has, it makes you feel very conscious of, oh my God, I left them. What are they going to eat? Because they're so dependent on me. What they're going to do? What it is. But when you put a routine in place and the kids know what time they're going to bed, they know where to get their stuff, they know how to do this, dad knows how to do so and so and so, it's easy for you to say, I'm taking some time away because you guys got it together.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And I think as well, there's so many things that you can do without leaving the house. So when the kids go to bed, I've got a spa now. So sometimes I just sit and soak my feet in the foot spa because it feels nice.
Yes.
I'm not actually spending money. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving the house. I'm not leaving having that little bit of home pampering. I nearly bought the other day, which I think I'm going to go back and buy. It's a massage thing. You put it in your chair because I'm spending so much time in the chair. My posture's bad. So I'm actually going to bring it to work and have it here whilst I'm working. And I'm going to sit and have it at home. I'm going to go back to it. You know, one of those things where you think, I wish I bought it.
You know which one I bought? The massager for the foot. I plug it, and once I'm at the desk, it's massaging under my foot.
Oh, you have to send me the link. I love massaging.
Listen, that's a game changer. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm sitting
Honestly, why do they not have massage slippers? Why has nobody invented slippers that massage the bottom of your feet?
No. you have those I also got another one, but you have to strap your feet into it, and then it massages your foot. And then the problem with that is I'm going to get up and go running, and then I can't move with it. So that's why I ended up buying the plate where you put your feet on, and it just massages under the foot. So I think that one is a pretty cool one. The next one I do is after I put the boys to bed, because the boys, from the time they were young, maybe about 4 or 5, I started to put everybody in bed 8 o'clock. Yes, I put you in bed 8 a.m. 8 p.m. Don't call me. Don't ask me questions. If you're still awake on that bed, I wish you all the best. Mommy is clocked out. Clocked out to this day.
Still shouting down. So we do like 7:40, and then by 8 p.m. they've done 20 minutes of shouting, and then I'm hungry. My hand is itching. Anything.
Yes. No, I'm done. And I always say to them, if you call me at 8 p.m., you're not getting Mommy, you're getting Portia.
That's what I need.
And when Portia shows up, that's a different person.
Yeah.
But you go take a tub. You go and sit in the tub for half an hour. Find that to be your relaxing time. Oh, I love it.
I don't take enough baths. I'm always showering. Shower.
It's a quick one, right? Do you know what it is?
I can't be bothered. I think I'm so impatient. I can't be bothered to wait for the bath to run. I'm too impatient.
Listen, I do the whole shenanigans for the tub. I want to see the bubbles come up.
You need a bath tray with your
yes, I have the little tray in the front of me. I want to see little eats on there. Don't call me, I'll call you kind of shenanigans. Take the lights down low. Yeah. I want to go all swing into the spa feeling in my mind. I want to see it actually happen. Okay, so my last one before we wrap it up, because I think that one is really good. Are there any DIY beauty treatments or hacks that you could recommend for moms on a budget?
Oh God, there's so many. Oh.
So give us one for the face.
Okay, this is not a beauty treatment, but one thing I do is, if for anyone that wears strip lashes, Amazon sell big packs of 10 strip lashes in one go, and they are so good, so that you not keep re-wearing the same one. So I always I always buy like lashes and things like that in bulk. And I don't know. I think like face masks are always like, you can get literally face masks for $99, and you know what, it's not necessarily always the ingredients, it's the sitting down and feeling like, oh, I've got a face mask on.
Yes,
it's the feeling, isn't it?
Now I'm not one for a face mask. I always have the little brush, and I brush, and then there's I remember going to the spa, and they use this oil on the face afterwards. A little, I must get the name, but it's a little bottle, and then you put the oil, and you feel like you just Marilyn Monroe, that beautiful face.
I leave it on too long. I'm like, okay, this needs to come off now, and I'm so relaxed. I don't want to
But that's a good one, to just have that little, facial, do your own facial.
When you're doing your food shop once a week, put yourself a face mask in there.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. And then the other one too is if there is a nice, I treat myself to that. There is a nice smelling, I love everything coconut oil. So if there's a nice smelling shower bath that has coconut in it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this and this is for me. So when I'm bathing, I could feel like as if, you know, I am Esther being pruned, you know, being looking.
I love that.
Putting all that on, you know, so something nice like that, or a nice lotion. A nice smelling lotion, just something that
I
when
like
you put it on.
Nice as well. So I have really nice, like a lavender oil that, like, actually, sometimes I just put it on my hands because I'm like, oh, I can just smell it now, and sit and smell it.
Something nice, and that makes you, that when you smell it, you feel all good.
Isn't it weird that, like, our sense of smell, like, gives you so many different, that it gives you that feeling. I am literally, even a nice candle, a nice body lotion, and a nice candle to match. You just feel bliss.
It doesn't take much for us to feel good.
No.
I say to my girlfriends, it's the small pleasures. Okay. Yeah. It's the small pleasures.
When I get home later, I'm gonna have a candle.
It's the small pleasures for me. Listen, the dog's not being here today. It's just heaven, okay? It's the small pleasures. It is the small pleasures. Well, Miss Ola, it was fun having you on here.
Thank you so much. I literally loved that.
It was fun just having all our little girl time, talking about how we could just look our best, feel our best, be confident in who we are. So tell the ladies how they could stay in contact with you and what you have coming up next.
So my favorite way to stay in contact is I'm an Instagram girl. So it's Ola_Goldsmith, or one word. On Instagram, feel free to reach out in the DMs. I answer all DMs. Yes. I'm very, very chatty. It's like one of my favorite things. I do all my selling in the DMs and all my chatting in the DMs. Like, I just love to talk to people. And soon I've got coming up, oh my God, I've got so many things coming up. But my next thing that I've got coming up is in the UK though, it's called Sales Funnel School. So it's teaching people sales funnel, but in a group setting, like 6 people all round a conference table. It's a whole sales funnel for your business there and then, with templates, and literally smash it with a bright and shiny certificate of completion. Always bringing out new programs and stuff. I just specialize in, if you've got a business and you want to get more sales, on you go.
Yep, she's definitely my girl. Yes, she is. Well, thank you so much, Miss Ola. I'm going to put you in the back stage, and I'm going to wrap it up with the ladies, and I'm going to come right back to you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Want to elevate your leadership skills? Join our Christian Leadership Certification Program, covering team leadership, ministry counseling, financial management, and more. Advance your Christian leadership skills with an accredited certificate program from the esteemed partnership of Christian Bible Institute and Seminary. Visit PortiaBasham.com/Christian Leadership Certification. Register today and become the Christian leader you are destined to be.
So ladies, listen, being a busy mom doesn't mean sacrificing your personal style or neglecting self-care altogether. But simplifying your beauty routine, that's it. Embracing effortless hairstyles, prioritizing skincare, treating yourself to a pampering session, embracing your unique aesthetics. You could transform how you look, feel, or what the demands on motherhood doesn't take you down. The demands on being a wife doesn't take you down. The demands of being busy doesn't take you down. So remember that taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is not being selfish, baby. It's necessary for maintaining that balance in all aspects of your life. So go ahead, listen, let your inner glow shine through that grace, okay? Have grace on yourself. So thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the Royalty Talk Show with my guest, Ola Goldsmith. It was super, I was super excited to have that time to talk with her about everything that encompasses us as women, baby. The beauty, the mindset, everything. So if you haven't taken the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is SHETV Network. Make sure you do that. We are on YouTube, SHETV Network. If you would like to be a featured guest here on the Royalty Talk Show, go ahead and send us an email. It's info@PortiaBasham.com. And if you would like to be a guest on our She Ministries TV show, please send us an email. It's info@PortiaBasham.com. You are a minister, a woman minister. You are a first lady. If you are trying to make sure that you stand firm in what God has called you to be in terms of leadership, if you want to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row, you've been doing everything else, but you haven't gotten that certification in your leadership role, make sure you sign up for our next class. We are super excited to have you in our next class. It's an accredited program and it will do you great. We are super excited to have the ladies that are with us presently. So until then, I am Dr. Portia Basham. I would like you to remember you are saved, highly favored to do what God has called you to do. And next time we are going to see you right here on the Royalty Talk Show. You take care and listen, enjoy your month of March.
Thanks for tuning in to the Royalty Talk Show with your host, Portia Basham, the talk show and podcast designed for women who are looking to be inspired, motivated, and encouraged. We pray today's show was a blessing to you. Remember to tune in next time for your regular dose of encouragement and affirmation so you can hear from other amazing women from all walks of life who share their stories and advice on everything from personal growth to living their dreams.